Hey there, Pisces. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week. Oh, we got 3 right there. We'll take them. We got looking at your energy coming into this week of March 14th, 2022. We're starting things off with the 3 of Wands, the Tower, and the 2 of Cups here. I feel like this is a really strong energy for you for sure. There's this big change with that Tower. Like, it represents changes that not only have to happen, but they need to happen, or changes you want to happen, but they also need to happen as well in order for you to progress in your life. And I feel like patience here might be for some of you, it might be patience. You need to preach patience in order to find your true love here with that 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups here. It could be also preaching for some of you who have been kind of a little too, oh, Spike's gonna just roam right through here. It might be preaching for some of you as well, that you may need to focus a little bit more on taking action and not just waiting around, right? If you are someone who doesn't like go out there and take a lot of action, you're not out there on like dating apps or something, you're not out trying to meet people or something, this is probably saying for a lot of you, like, you need to kind of get moving. Or so maybe you have that kind of energy circulating you, or maybe you're moving into that kind of energy right now, trying to find your person. So I like that. Let's take a look at some clarifiers here, see what we got for you, and then we'll move on to some challenges you might be facing this week as well. What do we have? Oh, what do we have for you, Cancer? All right, we got the Queen of Wands. That's nice. We got the 9 of Wands as well. And then we got the Hangman too. Yeah, there's definitely some stagnation there with the Hangman. You could, like, for some of you, I feel like definitely you need to be moving. Like, the Hangman could be saying you're just hanging around here too much. For others, it could just be saying you've got some sort of new perspective. Maybe you're tired of waiting around and it's time to take action, and you're realizing that now as well. So I like that a lot. With the 9 of Wands, I feel like for those of you out there, you're not worried about being hurt anymore. Like, you're being confident here. That 9 of Wands represents kind of fear of being hurt, right? You've got all these threats here to these people. They're kind of concerned about that. With the Queen of Wands, though, she radiates confidence. She radiates, kind of like, sexuality as well. So if you, like, confidence in your sexuality too, like knowing you look good, you feel good and stuff. And don't worry about gender if you're not a woman, like, or you're not female or anything like that. It's just energy, but you still be feeling confident in yourself here. The Queen of Wands definitely radiates that, and I feel like you have that. Like, once you kind of get over that, you're gonna be like, I was hurt in the past, but I'm not afraid of that anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm gonna put my heart out there. I know I'm great. I know I'm confident. I know I'm good. I just need to find someone who, like, really sees that too. So I like that a lot. Like, that's a really good energy to be in. I feel like for some of you, if you feel like you're not in that right now, you're kind of moving into that right now. You're moving into that kind of energy. So with that Tower changing things up for you. So I like that a lot. Let's look at some challenges and see what we got for you. See what we have here, Cancer, or Cancer, Pisces. Geez, Pisces, you showed up in Cancer's reading, so I'm not surprised I've mentioned them now here in yours. So in your challenges, we got the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands here. Definitely some conflict for sure with that 5 of Wands. A lot of rivalries here. Maybe just a chaotic state of time right now. Maybe things are a little hectic in your life. Maybe you can't really focus down on love the way that you would like to. With the 4 of Wands as well, like, I definitely think like your end goal is marriage, but it's like it's in the future though, is the kind of the thing, right? We have the Wands kind of making this archway or a doorway here, and you can see this kind of happy couple in the distance here celebrating, and that's like where you want to be, but you're not there right now. And that might make you feel, like, it's putting you out, right? Like, it's like, oh, why can't I just be there now? Why can't I just find my person? And, I'm right there with you. Like, a lot of us, like, feel that way. We feel like, why can't we just find the person of our dreams? Like, we're supposed to be with them, right? Like, why is it so difficult? And it's really saying, like, life is like that. Like, you gotta just, we have to go through challenges and phases of your life until you find your person, right? With the Wheel of Fortune here too, just might feel like it's not really your lucky day. Maybe that's kind of what's going on with you right now. Just your luck's run a little south. Doesn't necessarily mean like things are just gonna go bad for you like an avalanche or something. But it's just saying, like, maybe right now luck's not necessarily gonna be on your side when it comes to those kind of things. Just be aware of that, but do what you can. Obviously, don't let it kind of weigh you down. Be like, oh, I'm not going to try something because, you know, I heard I'm not going to be so lucky this week. Make your own luck, right? Don't let that hold you back. Do your best to, you know, make the best of those situations, right? And again, with that Five of Wands, it could be just a chaotic week for you too, or it could just be saying you have a lot of rivals when it comes to love. Maybe there's somebody you have your eye on, and there's a lot of people that also have their eye on them. So let's look at some clarifiers for this, see what we got for you here, Pisces, and then we'll move on to some outcome cards for you. All right, what do we have for our Pisces for their challenge clarifiers for the week of March 14th? Got that Seven of Swords here. Got the Five of Swords, geez, and Judgment. So we got two major cards of conflict here with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Fives and tarots generally do represent conflict. The Five of Swords here talks about being a little too focused on trying to get what you want, right? You can see there's danger all around these two, but they're fighting over the gun. Instead of one of them just taking it and using it, they're putting each other at risk here. And that's really what it's trying to say, is like, don't get too focused on like having things your way that ends up, you know, costing you in the end, right? You kind of are fighting over something that's not important in order to get to, you fight over something that's not important and struggle with that, and it ends up, the important things end up tearing you apart, or even the little things just end up tearing you apart. So be aware of that. Again, with the Wheel of Fortune, trying to make your own luck. Try to just keep your eyes open for all the potential things out there instead of hyper focusing on one, right? With the Seven of Swords too here, it's really talking about like this kind of lone wolf energy. So I feel like try not to be like that. Try not to be that lone wolf. Try to work with others here. It might be a challenge for you, but do your best. Again, like we have some people here working against each other at this time with the Five of Swords, right? They, instead of cooperating. And also with the Five of Wands, a lot of people fighting with each other instead of cooperating with each other. And with Judgment as well, this could just be saying like, don't judge something too harshly. Maybe this situation is salvageable. Don't, you know, press the button, drop the bombs, right? Don't do that right now. Like maybe just kind of wait and see first. Maybe just take your time on that. All right. So let's look at some outcome cards for you here, Pisces. Before we do, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. If you want to help out the channel though, you can hit that like button down below, give it a little boop. That thumbs up button helps out the channel a ton. If you really like what I do here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to do so. And that way you can find me even easier instead of going through the random stuff. You might be like those cards and flip right over and you see me right there by having you subscribe to the channel. So let's take a look and see what we got for your outcome cards with that all out of the way. We got the King of Wands, nice, with Five of Pentacles, and the Sun, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Lovely to see as always. And that's actually funny. I was doing Cancer's reading, and they also had the King and Queen of Wands come up in their reading. And they also, when they did the King and Queen of Wands, it was they had a king and a queen on either side of their reading, the same way you do here, which is great because when a king and a queen in the same suit show up, much like we have here, that means divine counterparts here. And especially when we're talking about love and such, and we're talking about those kind of things in our life here at this time. For you, Pisces, it's saying like love is coming for you in the future here. Like you just got to kind of put yourself out there. This might be a little bit of a chaotic week where you just don't really have that kind of time to focus on it, but just do what you can to get through this because you're ultimately heading in the right direction, especially with the King of Wands and the Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Everything coming up, Millhouse, all this positivity, all these good times, all this is coming because you're heading towards love and you're heading towards the person you're supposed to be with, which is beautiful. With this Five of Pentacles here, I told you fives talk about conflict, and we have 3 5s here now. I don't remember what 555, the angel number, means, but you might want to go give that a checking out on just a quick Google search or something. I think it means change. I'm not entirely sure, but go give that a quick look here after this if you feel so inclined. But the Five of Pentacles tells us to focus on our strengths, not focusing on our weaknesses, right? These people here are focusing on the negativity because they're out in the cold and things aren't going good for them. But they're walking by a church here, and if they would just ask for help, the church would certainly welcome them here, give them shelter from the storm. So it's just a matter of, reaching out, asking for help, focusing on the good, focusing on your strengths here, and you'll be fine in no time. So we're going to look at some clarifiers, and then we're going to tie everything off with an oracle message at the end here. All right, so let's see what we got for you, Pisces. All right. What do we have? We got the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands again. I love, and the Wheel of Fortune again. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The Seven of Cups tells us you have a lot of options here, a lot of opportunities here in front of you in the future. That's going to be great. Love to see that. So, you know, your king, your potential partner out there is amongst all those options, but there's no wrong option, right? This is going to be a time where you're going to be narrowing your person down bit by bit. And I feel like no matter what path you choose, it's still going to lead to them. So that looks beautiful. Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, that's gone from your challenges into being your strengths. Once you get that mindset of that Five of Pentacles straight, once you get the mindset of focusing on the good, your luck's going to churn, and your future of, you know, celebrations, marriage, all that good stuff is going to be in sight. So that is beautiful. Let's wrap this all off with your oracle message, see what we got. Hope this has been helping you out. Hope this has been resonating with you, Pisces. And let's see what your oracle message is for March 14th, 2022. All right, we got the new life card, number 39. Let's take a look and see what we got here for you. All right. New energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with sweetness and vibrancy, only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all form. So that looks great. So not just your love life, but you know, your friends, your family, and all that. There's going to be kind of like a breath of fresh air coming into all those relationships as well. And that makes sense too with that Seven of Cups. We got lots of options here, lots of people in your life. You know, there's lots of different people here for you to choose from, you know, to enhance those relationships with at this time, which is great with the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands here as well, those celebrations, luck being on your side and everything. So that's absolutely beautiful, Pisces. Hope that helped you out. Hope that resonated, and I will see you next time.